all they will.
This game is called Battle Train, and it's an eccentric, fast-paced roguelike deck builder that takes a seemingly simple concept and transforms it into a genuinely fun, over-the-top experience, with honestly tons of content available. This video is sponsored by Bandai Namco, but I'm allowed to talk absolutely freely and with no restrictions about my actual experience. In this game, the term Battle Train actually describes a game show that is hosted by a variety of hilarious characters.
Can I touch your mustache?
Focus on what matters. And what matters is that you have a shot at the big bucks.
You are pretty much participating in the show and hope to become the next Supreme President Conductor. The way this game works is thanks to an excellent voice-acted tutorial, pretty straightforward. And then the game gradually opens up more and more as you continue playing. Your ultimate goal is to destroy the enemy outposts by connecting your train tracks with them. And the same goes for your opponent, who will attempt the same thing with your blue outposts. This sounds simple, but rest assured that you and your enemy will do absolutely everything to make life as hard as possible for each other. You have your hit points at the top left corner, and they are your hit points not only for this battle, but for the entire run. The battles are of course turn-based, and you're not restricted to simply placing tracks. The game actually presents a wide arsenal of cards, more than 150 to be precise. That means you can choose from stuff like obstacles, explosives, ability cards, support cards, and so on. Based on my experience, the pacing of the fights is just right. It's fast enough to be dynamic and not lose momentum, but not so fast that you lose track of what's happening. In terms of progression, you basically make your way across this fairly huge map that has a ton of stops in between. Before attempting a run, you can always choose between 3 different contestants that each have their own starting cards.
Let's go!
Now, these stops include things like the actual battles, various shops, minigames like the gold event to get more valuable resources, boss battles, and also quite a few other events and scenarios that I don't want to spoil. But let it be said, there's a good variety in the gameplay design and an enormous amount of collectibles, both for the train parts and the actual cards. Speaking of train parts, the train itself is basically a war machine, and thanks to a ton of swap-able parts, you can customize it in your runs. These parts can offer stat boosts, passive effects, or abilities. Something I have to mention is the user interface. People who regularly watch my content know I'm pretty much allergic to overly complex user interfaces. And I have to say, I absolutely love how clean, simple, and intuitive all the menus and descriptions are. The game is voice acted and has both charming and hilarious characters. Even your contestants are designed to be pretty ridiculous in a positive way.
Documentary. Let us celebrate my champiversary together. Do you hear that? That is the sound of the dream.
Go!
If there's one thing I would like to improve, it's the bomb system, or rather how the game lets you deal with fully barricaded enemy outposts, because on smaller and tighter maps I often didn't get enough explosives to reach the enemy base at all, making it feel like a lost battle as soon as he started barricading. In my eyes, even for people who usually skip deck builders, this one offers enough twists and a unique fun concept to justify checking it out when it releases on June 18 for Steam and Nintendo Switch. And that sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.
Of every single person in the world.
Yep, just an expression, not literally every person.